Hello everyone. Today I would like to share a very simple dish. It's just a basic dish. These will be gołąbki with the potato filling. So I have here some potatoes. I will place a list underneath this video. I have yellow onion. I have some bacon. I have 2 eggs. I have some black pepper, some salt, a little bit of the butter. This is Irish butter, that's why it's so yellow. It's real. And flour. Of course, we're going to use the cabbage. I'm going to cut the core out, blanch it, take the leaves out. And here I have some bouillon that I made from veggies, and that is basically it. So let me get to work. I will also use a few tablespoons of the vinegar. This is distilled white vinegar that will go to the water, so the cabbage leaves will be really soft and pliable. You don't have to worry about it cracking. The first thing I will do is cut out this core. There it is. There's my pot over high heat. I placed some water in it already. We'll add the vinegar, and your cabbage leaves will not smell like vinegar. Now I have some hot water, which I will pour right here in the middle and blanch until the leaves are soft and limp. You need to cover this up because the steam blanches the leaves as well. Now I'm going to peel my potatoes. And these are baking potatoes because they contain a lot of starch. And I will set these aside to grate them. Tomatoes are now peeled, and in the meantime I will cut up the bacon and the onions. So this is my bacon. I'm just going to cut it up to little strips. There is no skin on it. Cut off this excess fat. And of course cut it into smaller pieces, about 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter. Place those in the frying pan. So they look something like this, and we'll fry them. Now I will cut up those onions. Those are yellow onion. And I cut them into small cubes as well. And I will fry it. I'll fry it in another pan. I'm placing the onion into this dish. I cut it all up. I've cut up the 2 onions. The remaining onions will go into the batter. And now I will grate those potatoes along with some onions so that they don't brown too quickly. My bacon is now done, so I will remove it from the heat. And the onion is not quite brownish yet, so I have to wait a few minutes. So let's put in a few. Now I will add the onion. And potatoes. And blend that as well. And now the potatoes from the mixer, I am going to put it through the strainer because there is some water, as you can tell. And let them sit in here for a little bit while I finish the rest of them. And the onion is getting nicely browned, but it needs a little bit more, so let's give it a few more minutes. Cabbage is nicely blanched. So now these potatoes are strained. I have a little bit more here for my mixer, so I'm gonna pour some in and let that strain. And in the meantime, I can place my eggs in here. I have 2 eggs. This I'm gonna add some salt and some black pepper, but I also like to add a little bit of the seasoned salt, which is vegetable salt. And I'm going to add more potatoes, and finally my last batch in here. And we make this like potato pancakes, so there's nothing really different about this. So I'm going to mix it all in now. Gonna add about 2 tablespoons of the flour, not too much. Just to get the right consistency. And also add the black pepper. And to this, we don't add the bacon, but you can if you like. I add it on the top once they're rolled. And this is the last of the potatoes. And as you can tell, they released a lot of water. I could use that starch on the bottom that forms to add into these. And if you can't test it, just take a little bit on your finger and see if this requires any more salt or any more pepper. I would just take a little bit. And it does need some salt. And some black pepper. And to this I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. Mix it all in. The filling is almost done. My cabbage is here. And make sure this is good now. tastes great. Now my batter is perfect, so let's make the gołąbki. And also I forgot to tell you about the starch on the bottom. So I will use that as well. It's a lot of starch going to waste, so just use it. It's very helpful for keeping the filling all together. For the bottom of my pan, I always use a little bit of butter. This is Irish butter, so it's a little bit yellow. And I will place some leaves on here. The ones that aren't so nice, maybe. These ones and this one that I have. First thing I do is I cut out the core because that just makes it a little bit harder to roll. I will put the filling in there and make it the same way as I would with the real gołąbki. And just roll it. And I will put them right in the pan. And there's the second one. And continue the process. And my potato gołąbki are now done, so what I do is I place the bacon on top of it instead of inside. I think they taste better that way. Well, it's just maybe me. And now the fried onion. Just put it all over. Finally, I will place the broth that I had made previously over all this. I'm gonna bake this like the regular gołąbki. And my oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'll bake it for about an hour and a half. And now the potato gołąbki have been in the oven for about an hour and a half, and they look good now. So I'm gonna remove one and just see what the inside looks like. And I'm going to cut this inside. Show you what it looks like. They look amazingly delicious. So if you like this recipe, please give me the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.